Hello everyone. I was not expecting to be back on here this morning, but I needed to jump on here with this breaking news. I was just on Twitter, and in the last 20 minutes or so, Laura Loomer tweeted out that Facebook unpublished her page. Now, this is different than a ban, okay? This is different than a ban. So they haven't, kicked her off of Facebook, but they unpublished her page due to repeated violations of their terms of service. They forced her, what it looks like, judging from her screenshots, is that they removed a post, okay, that was offensive. So basically they removed the post, they unpublished her page, forcing her to go back in, take some actions to get the page republished. Her page is back up, so that is wonderful. Now, she says that this was after, she confronted, in the last 24 hours, she confronted two jihad. Those of us who follow Laura Loomer, I've been talking about this a little bit. I've been retweeting some of the stuff surrounding, we had a jihadi candidate for, I believe it was governor in Michigan, that Linda Sarzour was supporting in the primaries. His father was one of the co-conspirators of the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. There are other pro-jihadi candidates who support jihad, candidates who have ties to jihadists, who are running for political office throughout our country. Laura Loomer has been trying to expose them. One of the things that Laura Loomer does as an independent journalist, as an investigative journalist, is she's not afraid to confront. So she goes in and will confront these candidates, will ask them, can you please explain yourself on this? Now, if you're falsely tied to jihad, you're going to explain yourself. You're going to denounce it. These people are not denouncing it. I mean, we can go, and I did not see the video of her confronting, but I saw the video of her confronting one of the jihadi candidates a while back, but not the most recent video. So you can check out the videos. I mean, go on. She usually live streams it on Periscope. Check her out on Periscope or Twitter. Check her out on, her social media. She'll link to it. But Facebook decides this is objectionable. Why is this so objectionable? Why is Facebook trying to shut down a journalist for exposing anti-American ideologies being held by people who are running for political office here in this country? That's what a journalist is supposed to do. A journalist is supposed to report on the facts. Laura Loomer is not sensationalizing things. She's not distorting the truth. She is very accurate. She has not been sued for slander or libel, which, if what she was saying was untrue, if what she was publishing was, completely inaccurate, then they could sue her. And that is what our legal system is for. Journalists are not shielded by the law. As, if they are, reporting things that are untrue. They are protected to do their job. They're protected under our First Amendment. Our government, our system of government recognizes the freedom of the press. But that only applies if they're actually telling the truth. Well, no one's accused Laura Loomer of lying or saying anything that's untrue. Yet Facebook has tried to unpublish her. We see this as the first step, my friends, towards trying to silence Laura Loomer. This is the first step. I've been talking about this over the past few days, and I'm going to be doing another Periscope or probably YouTube video on this. But what we are seeing with censorship, okay, MAGA movement. It's a war against conservatism. It's a war against those who are trying to fight to preserve this country and our way of life against the Marxists and against the Islamofascists. Anyone who's fighting to expose the Islamofascists and the Marxists are being censored and shut down. And what they're doing is they're going slowly from the far right and working their way in. People who are not posing a threat, extremists like the KKK, they're still allowed to be on social media. Antifa is still allowed to be on social media. Louis Farrakhan is still allowed to be on social media. Richard Spencer, still allowed on social media. So here you have true white supremacists on social media, true black supremacists on social media, true hate groups, terrorist organizations on social media. And who are they shutting down? They're shutting down right-wing activists who are speaking the truth, who are not perpetuating hate. Hey, I might not agree with everything Alex Jones says. I probably don't agree with a lot of what he says, but he's not perpetuating hate. Is he a conspiracy theorist? Yes. But what is he doing? He's fighting the globalist agenda, and he's exposing a lot of it, and that's why they hate him. He was majorly used. He helped bring a lot of votes into the MAGA movement. He's waking people up, okay? Same thing with the Proud Boys. Same thing with Gavin McInnes. You have, other people like Tommy Robinson who've been banned. Different people have been banned by different social media outlets. You look at Diamond and Silk being censored by Facebook. Not banned, but being censored. Being demonetized by YouTube. Here's two black ladies who love Donald Trump and, chatter on and on about him and, are very entertaining. And they're being treated like they're, two horrible radicals. Laura Loomer is a Jew, a Jewish journalist who's reporting on the dangers of jihad in this country. What she is doing is not hate. What she is doing is not radical. But Facebook is trying to shut her down because she's exposing the jihadist agenda that is in our midst. It's the same thing. Dumasani Washington, I talked about him. He's been censored on Facebook for posting about genocide in Nigeria. Anyone who's exposing the jihadist agenda, who's exposing Islamofascism, exposing neo-Marxism, is a target. We need to continue to fight against this. Hey, you can call Alex an idiot. I agree. I wouldn't call him an idiot, but, it's like Ben Shapiro called his outlet, not necessarily him, a pile of rotten pig excrement. We can oppose him and what he says, but I don't think we should, censor him. Want to give us some shout outs and go back to the comments. Double Knotted, thank you for sharing. Thank you, Original Revolution. Thank you, Momar. And I agree with you, basically.